So even with the brands we love, we have pieces that work out and pieces that don't. And I love to buy from Longchamp, but there are a few pieces that I would say, given the opportunity to repurchase or have the money back, I wouldn't buy them again. Hello, 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 and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. For those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to like more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrate yourself and, of course, celebrating others. So, as I mentioned, we all have pieces that work really well for us from brands and ones that don't. So I'm being fully transparent here. Longchamp is a brand that I love. It's a brand that I shop at regularly. And I have a lot of success with the pieces that I have bought. I absolutely love them. I have, particularly from a bag collection, I have over 20 pieces, and I've also started purchasing more of the collection in terms of accessories, etc. So definitely been really enjoying the pieces, but there are a few that I would say probably wouldn't necessarily go for again. So I think the way to do this is to probably go favorite, or would repurchase, wouldn't repurchase, would repurchase, wouldn't repurchase. Let's do it like that. Let's keep it even. Let's not make it a batch of positivity and a batch of negativity. Let's kind of even things out. And I've got 5 of each with an honorable mention. So let's quickly do this then. Okay, so let's start off with a big piece that I would absolutely purchase again. These are in no particular order, but I absolutely love this Roseau tote. I think it's fabulous. I love the size of this particular bag. I think it's fabulous. The colours are gorgeous, very comfortable to carry, incredibly capacious. It's just a fabulous bag. Love the bright yellow interior, love the white leather, the blue, the neon. It's beautiful. If this came out in another colour, I would absolutely buy it. They haven't done a tote in this size for a long time, which is a shame because I absolutely love it. And it's very, very similar. I think it's equivalent dimensions to something like a GM Neverfull. So a great piece from Longchamp. Really, really like this. Very glad to own that. So let's start off with that. The first that I wouldn't repurchase are 2 bags that actually I gave away. So these were from the Pliage original collection, and they were the sort of briefcase document holders. The reason that I gave these away, as much as I liked the colours, they were too flimsy. They felt like school book bags to me. They were just a little bit too flimsy. I didn't really trust putting a laptop, etc. in them. Although it could fit, I just thought there's absolutely zero padding in these bags, and they didn't have great top handles to carry. There was no shoulder strap. So to be honest, the document holder just really isn't a piece that I think was brilliant from Longchamp. I don't even know if they still do them in the Pliage. I will take a look, but you can buy much better leather equivalents that aren't bad prices from other collections like Louis Vuitton. So definitely have a look at those instead, but these just had to go. I gave them away and their new owner is very happy with them. So that all worked out. Let's go on to a fairly recent accessory to join, and these are these beautiful sunglasses. I absolutely love them. You can buy these in 2 colours. I went for the sort of paler, is this tortoiseshell? Yeah, I think so. With this beautiful kind of ballerina pink. You can also buy them in a green, which is really nice, but I went for the pink just because I think it makes the most sense for me. Really nice shape, like them a lot. I got them at a good price. I bought them in Paris back in May when Longchamp took me to Paris, which was a fabulous trip. I did 2 vlogs, so if you're interested, have a look. But those are definite wins for me. I like them very, very much. Good price, chic. I get a lot of compliments on those sunglasses. Okay, another one that I've spoken about fairly regularly as just wasn't a good purchase. And this is the Pliage travel bag in the extra large size. I have mine in the original collection, And whilst the original collection isn't my favorite, that's actually not the problem with this particular bag. I have it in grey, I have it in lime green. The problem is it's too big for hand baggage. It doesn't have a shoulder strap. It gets really, really heavy. It's just not particularly practical unless you're simply using it to move stuff, like if you're going somewhere in the car. So I use these if I'm driving somewhere and I just need travel bags that I can throw lots of stuff in the car with. But if you need to do anything that involves a certain amount of movement, these are not the ones to do it with. So I've kept them because I do have a bit of a use case for them, and to be honest, they don't look the best, so giving them away wouldn't even make sense. I couldn't sell them. I wouldn't really want to give them away. They're not in great condition, so I just use them, and they're not brilliant, but they are what they are. So these I wouldn't buy again. Unfortunately, you can only seem to buy these in the outlet now, but these pouches are so good. You can now do the pouch with handle, but these were the pouches that they were selling for a number of years. You can still buy them in the outlet. I was only at Bicester a few weeks ago and they still had a load of these. I'm probably going to buy a few. They're just absolutely fantastic. They are super practical, lightweight, easy. I use them for travel. I use them for my day-to-day cosmetics. Wipe clean, they look really good. I've had this one for about 4 years and it's still in pretty good condition. The inside is really wipe clean, nice little bit of silver hardware. I have also seen people use these with a little insert in it and kind of use it almost like a little bit of a clutch. Not my favorite way. You could probably do a conversion kit as well. Not my favorite way of using something like this. I think it's a great pouch for holding items. So electronics, cosmetics, whatever it may be. These are from the Club line, which is a discontinued line. Very, very nice, like that very much. However, the flip side of that is I have 2 of the pouch with handles and I wouldn't buy these again. They are sweet, they are cute, but I do not use them. They are purely decorative, and this one, in fairness, I haven't even got out decoratively at the moment. I need to put it somewhere. This is the one that you always see flying because Poppy knocks it off when we have to do Poppy Rescue. This one I bought because I'd never seen this colorway of the Robert Indiana collaboration, and I didn't want to buy either of the bags, so I bought this instead, thinking that maybe I would use it as a cosmetics case or something like that. But because it's got the little handle, I just don't really want to. So yeah, I own 2. I've bought them more because I wanted pieces of collections, but I didn't want to buy the bigger pieces in the collection. They didn't speak to me, or maybe they were quite expensive and I just didn't think that that was what I wanted to do. However, I wouldn't buy another, I don't think, unless one came out in a fantastic collection or print that I just had to decoratively, but that is purely all they are for me. I don't use them for any practical purposes except for decor. So yeah, there's that. A few of these, and I would definitely buy them again. I have a belt kit and I have 2 belts that didn't come as part of belt kits. This one is my favorite. This is just a Longchamp belt. It is reversible. It is navy blue on one side, it is black on the other. It has this gunmetal hardware, has a logo with little Longchamp written there. This is quite subtle because if you didn't know that this was the Longchamp logo, you wouldn't know, and it is very, very easy to use. You quite simply just need to unhook. Oh, I'm not doing this very well. Just need to undo that. It's pretty tight. Remove that sticker, and then you pull it around, flip it, put this back inside like so, re-clip it, there you go, and then you flipped it. So that has now gone from black to navy blue. So super easy, super chic. I have, like I said, I have a belt kit that has a couple of these, and it comes with a couple of buckles, and then I've also just got the 2 belts as well. Really, really nice. This one's my particular favorite, but I do like my other one because it's a little bit more subtle again, and I tend to use that one more for work, and I tend to use this one more for events. But I will definitely continue to buy Longchamp belts. I think they're super chic and really, really like them. Good size, like the sort of thickness of them, like the way that they are made. Nice piece, like how easy they are. Good piece. I don't think this will come as any surprise to anybody, but I would definitely not buy this again. And this is the Energy belt bag. I like it objectively. I thought it could be practical. I just don't use it. I actually thought about this as well before I bought it and decided that I would use it, and I haven't. I've used it probably 2 or 3 times. I recently tried to use it when I did a park run, and it was so irritating. So I thought this isn't even any use for me when it comes to sport and stuff. So I've tried it in a few different ways. I actually got a quote to sell this, and it was so low that it wasn't worth selling. So I will keep hold of it just in case I use it. But yeah, this was definitely a waste. It was £165 and I got a quote to sell it for 35. Like, that is absolutely not happening. I would rather keep it, but it's just not worked out brilliantly for me. It's not a bad bag by any stretch. If you use belt bags, then I can imagine you would really like it. It's white clean, it's easy, it's somewhat weatherproof, it's nice. I like the white, I like the gunmetal hardware. It's nice, but just hasn't worked out very well for me, so this hasn't been super. But one that has been super, a great bag for me, has been one of the OGs of my channel, and this is the medium top handle from Longchamp. This one is part of the club line. I own Green Collection and I own Customs. I love this bag, and this fuchsia is one of my absolute favorites. I think this is stunning, if not my favorite of my Pliage medium top handles. I just think it's gorgeous. This is a great bag in terms of capacity. I think it is chic, I think it is stylish, it is understated. You can buy them in beautiful colors, you can buy them in neutrals. It can do anything and everything. I have used this for day, I have used this for work, I have used this for nights out. Like, I think it is a bag that can do it all, and for the price point, I really feel that you would struggle to find a better bag out there. I now own one of the shoulder bags, one of the totes from the Pliage collection. It is very, very good, don't get me wrong, but my heart does sit with the medium top handle. I just think it's an absolutely super bag. So lightweight, look how easy it is to pack down. I took 2 of these to Paris recently. I ended up only using one, but I used it when I ran to Carrefour to just grab some snacks and drinks and things like that. This one, I did take 2, but didn't end up using it. But they were so easy to pack and so light, and I didn't feel like I'd wasted any space bringing them. It was great to have the option. When I went to the south of France in 2022, I took 4 of these, and these were the only bags that I used for the whole holiday. So yeah, great pieces. I like them very, very much. A real favorite bag, and definitely I would say one of the things that started my channel, the bag that really started my channel, was the Pliage medium top handle. In the nylon, conversely, one I don't know if I would buy again, is it in the leather. And whilst this is beautiful and I love the colour, I just don't use this very often. And I think part of the practicality of the Pliage medium and the nylon is that it feels that little bit more hardy, sturdy. I don't worry about it. This feels that bit more delicate. And it's not just about the colour. The leather feels a little bit more delicate. It's very nicely made, but the leather feels a little bit thinner and a little bit more delicate, and like it would scratch and scrape. And I don't feel that it has the same hardiness that the nylon does, so that takes it away, that takes something away from it a little bit for me. As beautiful as this is, I also really like the shoulder strap. These aren't cheap either, so these are a good £500–600, which compared to other brands with comparable quality and aesthetics is a very good price, but it's still a lot of money. So I would, if you said to me, Nick, you can have 5 nylon medium top handles or one of these, which would you buy? I'm buying the 5 nylons. And that goes to show the fact that I think I have 7 or 8 of the nylons and I have 1 in the leather. So I have lived up to that. I have practiced what I've preached there. Am I glad to have the 1? Yes. But if someone said to me, we can give you the money back, I probably would, just because I don't really use this. or if they said you could swap it, I would probably do a little bit of a swapsy. So yeah, nice piece, but definitely wouldn't be on my repurchase list. And to round things out, I mentioned an honourable mention, and this is another piece that I would repurchase. And I just wanted to round out on a little bit of positivity. So I wanted my yes, I would rebuy list to be longer than the I wouldn't rebuy. And in fairness, everything else I own within my collection, my Longchamp collection, I probably would repurchase. And these aren't bad pieces that I've said I wouldn't rebuy. You know, you've just got to make choices, don't you, when it comes to where you put your money. But this is obviously a Celine Phantom. This isn't a Longchamp bag. However, the scarf that is on this is Longchamp, and I've got quite a few Longchamp scarves at this point. I think I have 4 or 5. I like them very much, but this one in particular is gorgeous. It is so me with the pink and green. Look at how gorgeous these colors are. This soft pink, the green, the darker pink. You've got the Longchamp logo here. Depending on which side you have it, you have the wording. You also have, there's an Eiffel Tower in the mix here. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful scarf. I absolutely love it. I think it works perfectly with this bag. It would work perfectly with my yellow Prada. It would work perfectly with a few of my Longchamp bags. I actually think it could look really, really nice on this if I used the darker pink side. I think that would be a really nice look for that particular bag. My Aspinall bags, like, it's beautiful. I think they do gorgeous scarves. I love the fact that they're always double-sided. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So I wanted to give this an honourable mention. They are not inexpensive by any stretch. They are about £100, which isn't that far off what you pay for a similar piece from Fendi, Dior, etc. But I love their designs, and I love that they complement so many of my bags beyond the Longchamp pieces that I own. So they have some versatility, and that means that I get more value for money out of them. And I think I've got the perfect match when it comes to this particular scarf and this gorgeous Celine Phantom. I also bought a insert that has a zip on the top of it. A lot of people said I shouldn't take the Phantom to Paris because it would be too open. So I bought this insert, and the insert and this scarf actually work quite nicely together in terms of a color match. So it's all worked out very, very well. Beautiful, beautiful scarf. So happy to have these. And yeah, would definitely, definitely repurchase. So there we have it, everyone. That is my Longchamp list of repurchases, things I maybe wouldn't buy again. But I have a lot more pieces in my collection that I absolutely love. I just didn't want this video to be a million years long. So there we have it. Thank you so much as always for watching. Let me know if there are pieces from Longchamp in particular you would or wouldn't buy again, or any other brand that you would definitely purchase a particular piece from again, or you wouldn't. Let me know. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.